Welcome to Subramani. Today I'm going to talk to you. This could be a little long, so please bear with me. One question which I keep getting asked is should I invest in PMS over and above my mutual fund investments, or should I remove my money from my mutual fund and put it in a PMS? So I think it's going to be a very complicated and a long answer. So making money in equities by investing, I am not talking about making F&O newsletters or running F&O classes. That's another way of making money, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about investing. So as an investor, you could go and buy direct equity yourself. You could invest in the mutual fund. You could put money in a PMS. I mean, any of these methods you can choose. The question is, which is the best method? There is no best method, right? If somebody is trying to tell you that a PMS is superior to a mutual fund because it will get higher returns, he or she is wrong, or they are talking of some recency bias based on one or two PMS schemes which may have made money. So that is wrong information. It is not likely to happen. No fund manager stays on the top for too long. So if a fund manager has stayed on the top for a long period of time, it could be an exception, it could be luck, it could be inside information, we don't know. I'm not getting into it. International data comparison and analysis shows that that is not a sustainable edge, right? So that's not what is going to happen in the future. Also, you don't find books saying 14 methods of avoiding plague or 18 methods of avoiding smallpox. That's a simple method. The method is called vaccination. There is no 22 methods of reaching Bombay to Delhi in 2 hours or 3 hours, right? The only way is to take a flight. So you don't find such articles. However, certain businesses or certain areas have a lot of books because there are thousands of ways how things can be done. How to be a better runner, how to play golf better, right? How to be a better human being, how to have more friends. Any of these things, there are no set rules. So similarly, equity also does not have any set rules. So there is the Rakesh Jhunjhunwala method, the Vallabh Bansali's method, any of the fund managers, Naren method, Prashant Jain method, Deepak Parekh method, Mr. Uday Kotak method, right? Or internationally, John Templeton method, the Warren Buffett method, any of these methods. Each person has made wealth, so there is no arguing whether that method works. That method worked for that person at that point in time. That is what you can say. Will it work for you? Can you copy what Buffett does, or what Mr. Ambani does, or what Mr. Gautam Adani does? You got to be joking. None of us can, right? We are nowhere near that. We can see what they are doing, but to be able to copy that is impossible. We neither have the brains, nor the ability, nor the scale to do it. At least I don't. So you have to answer it for yourself. I can speak for myself. So there are various methods of equity investing. Now you could go and put money in direct equities if you have the willingness, capacity, brains, resources to do it. You could invest in mutual funds. You could invest in a PMS. You could also invest in active funds, passive funds, ETFs, right? There's a huge variety of things you can do. One of the methods is PMS. So don't invest in a PMS because you think it is a superior way of getting returns. It may not work for you. It may have worked for your neighbor, for your brother, for anybody else. It may or may not work for you. I'm not saying you should or you should not put. But to say that PMS is superior to mutual fund but will give you better returns is wrong. Somebody, if he says or if she says that PMS is a very good arbitrage on law because mutual funds are more strictly regulated, perish the thought. 2022, if they made that statement, they don't know what is coming in 2023. I can assure you, as the number of schemes, number of people in PMS increases, there will be regulation very quickly, which will look more or less similar as that to a mutual fund, right? So that is not law or economic arbitrage is not something which you should work for in any product, right? If somebody comes to you for VC funding saying it's an arbitrage on law or arbitrage on tax, it is not going to be sustainable, definitely not scalable and sustainable. So who are the fund managers? I mean, I am doing this video based on inputs I've got from 3-4 fund managers. I'll name them. One is Shyam Shikhar of iThought. Then there is E.A. Sundaram of O3 Capital or Omega 3 Capital. Then there is Chetan Parekh of Jeete Investments or Capital Ideas Online. Some with whom I have not interacted for a long time, some whose articles I read. Right, so this is the input from these people. I'm not saying anything specific, but these are people who are running PMS schemes, and there are many others, right? I mean, there is Prashant Jain who is going to launch, then maybe some other fund managers who will retire and launch, or some who are already running. There are millions of people, but personal interaction with very many of them may not be enough for me to say that there is some input into this video. When you talk to some relationship managers in your day-to-day work, you will realize them saying, oh sir, this we will give 20% return and 18% return or 12% return, whatever number they think will fly, they will give you. And I know that there are no fund manager who can sit on a Saturday evening and tell you what will be the NAV on Monday. So he can't predict, or she can't predict 1 week's return or 1 day's return, right? They don't know. And if you ask them what will be the NAV of your fund on Monday evening, so he's going to laugh saying, I have no clue. We need to understand that nobody can predict market returns. Even over a long period, they can just pull a number out of the hat. But because the market is run by various factors, right? Political factors, geopolitical factors, economic factors, what an industrialist does, can do, will do, right? We don't know whether he'll be alive day after tomorrow, right? So when we do not know any of these things, we do not know what will be the interest rates, oil prices, the rate of the dollar, none of this we know. Predicting equity returns over long periods of time or even over short periods of time, 1 day, 1 week, is just a exercise in fun which people do on an entertainment channel. But it is not something which you should take too seriously. It's good fun, go have fun, and but don't take it seriously. It should not be part of your wealth making process. Since a fund manager cannot predict, he cannot say that will be the best performing fund, which means to say best performing fund, he has to know how much returns equity will give, what he will do to get returns superior to that, which means he has to predict first number which he can't, and the second number which he shouldn't, right? So to say you will get superior return and in PMS and in the PMS scheme, this scheme is it's nothing short of hilarious. I would say I don't want to use the word hilarious, because this is serious money that you're putting, right? You're putting this kind of money, whatever, at least 50 lakhs to start with. Is it something on which you want to take a bet based on this? Answer should be no. Are you investing in it because last 12 months it has given good return? Then again you're wrong, because the next 12 months may be very different. So it's not a way to earn superior returns. That is not going to happen. It is also not, there is no, I mean, like I've said again and again, that you don't know whether the fund performance will be repeated every month, every 2 months, every 6 months, every 12 months. So looking at the immediate past return does not seem to be a very great help. Every fund manager is happy to collect more funds, because it will give him scale, it will give him more money. He can build up a bigger team, he can look at a bigger range of companies. Right now he may be looking at 50 companies, he may want to take it to 250 companies like a mutual fund will do, but for that he has to build a bigger team, for which he has to have higher revenues. All this is perfectly all right, and all this is also going to happen, right? So equities, first of all, equities are complicated. Equity is very difficult to say which style one should use. It's like a religion. Every religion says this is the best way, right? This is our religion will take you to God. Every religion says that. Similarly, there is value investing, growth investing, momentum investing, deep value investing, right? All those things, trading, F&O. various things which people do to earn money. Not everything makes money for everybody. So the people who have chosen that style think that is the way they should make money. Great, more power to them, but does not mean if you copy it will work for you.